This is YSM Sports Media. Want to thank you for all your love and support. Really appreciate it. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and click the notification button for all future content. So I was watching a video this morning. It's from a channel called Bushido's Boxing. Normally it's really good content, but today, he was full of shit. And the topic was Devin Haney and Lomachenko, how the fight needs to happen now, and which I agree. That's a good fight, and I would love to see that next. But he was putting the onus on the fighters, mainly Devin Haney. And I was taken aback because that's why that fight never happened. It wasn't Haney. And you could even tell by Lomachenko's tweets that it wasn't Haney, and it wasn't even him. See, as a fan, you need to decide. Do you want the truth or do you want your favorite brand of bullshit? Now, if you want your favorite brand of bullshit, there's plenty of channels you can go out there and watch. Plenty that are biased and that's going to fit whatever narrative that you already feel. Or do you want the hard punch in the gut that lets you know exactly what this boxing game is and what it's always been? The reason why Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko never happened is because of Bob Arum. Bob Arum will not let Devin Haney in the door. Bob Arum is going to continuously freeze Devin Haney out because he's mad that Devin Haney didn't sign with him. And why should he use his fighters to build up Devin Haney? And that's what boxing has always been. In-house fights. Promoters and networks making in-house fights so they can keep all the money in-house. You want it to be where the best is going to fight the best, and these guys are knights of the old code and legacy is more important than money, but that's not reality. This is a business, and they're treating this as such. And as a fan and as a channel, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Just setting yourself up for disappointment. If you really think that because two guys are tweeting that they'll fight, that they're tweeting back and forth and talking shit, that fight is actually going to happen, well, I don't know what to tell you. I have some beachfront property in Idaho that I would love to sell you. That's not how this happens. That's not what game this is, right? Promoters are going to do whatever in their best interest. Managers are going to do whatever in their best interest or their client's best interest. And that's all this is. You have a bunch of people with either hidden agendas or open agendas that are going to look out for themselves and not what's best for the sport. If you accept that fact, your life will be a lot less stressful. Then you'll start holding the people accountable that's actually causing you not to see the fights that you want to see. But to blame a guy who, if they don't do what their promoters tell them to do, then they're shelved for a year or two. Like we've seen it before, Mikey Garcia, Andy Ruiz, etc. We've seen fighters get shelved. So I subscribe to the fact that I don't think fighters are afraid of each other. I just don't. Most of these guys have already fought in the amateurs. They've already sparred. So it doesn't come down to fear. It comes down to what's best for business. So in a nutshell, Lomachenko versus Dev will happen when Bob and Eddie deem it so. I think that Lomachenko will fight a dude like Nakatami, end up fighting Shakur, maybe end up fighting Oscar Valdez, because it's more beneficial to Bob in the long run. If he's going to sacrifice Lomachenko to anybody, it's going to be to his guys that he has locked up in contracts for the future. And that's what makes sense. I don't like it, but that's what makes sense. And I'm done stressing about things that I can't control. So if someone is on some bullshit, I'm gonna call them on it. But I'm not just going to blame folks I'm not going to blame folks when I know that deep down it's not them. But you let me know in the comments below, do you think it's the promoters or the fighters that are causing the fights not happening? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. YSM Sports Media. We out.